I would like to take this time to welcome you. My name is April Blakely. I am your host for this call. Right now, you are about to get a chance to hear 100% of the facts from an individual who started out like some of you on this call. This gentleman used to wash cars in New Orleans, Louisiana, to feed his lovely wife and 4 kids. While most of us witnessed Hurricane Katrina, this man and his family experienced it. And this life-changing event uprooted and wiped them of all of their possessions except for 2 days' worth of clothing and landed them in Atlanta, Georgia. But after losing everything, this determined man did not give up and continued to pursue something that could benefit from his great work ethic. Ever since he was introduced to this awesome concept, this man has not sat still since. This man has not only changed lives with his great friendship, leadership, and mentorship, but also improving lives along the way financially. It is my honor and privilege to present to some and introduce to others Mr. Damon Crump. Are you out there on the line?
Yes, ma'am, Miss April Blakely. I am here ready to rock and roll. Thank you for such a warm introduction that you were able to give to us as we get this actual call kicked off for our guests that are on the line right now. I sent to this information for the first time. What I want you to do is, first of all, I want you to relax. And I want you to look at the facts on tonight. See, I mean, the evidence is going to stand out on its own. We don't want you to believe nothing that we're saying, but we want you to pay attention to that evidence and you tell us, would this be the right move for you? I want our guests on the line to think about this. This company, in 2008, they finished the year at $2 million in sales. 2009, they finished at $9 million in sales. 2010, they finished at $47 million in sales. 2011, they finished at $152 million in sales. Right now, for 2012, this company is projected to do $300 million in sales. Right now, they're on pace to do $375 million. Wow. When we look at financial growth, we have to give this company a check for that. Now let's talk expansion. Right now, currently, this company is in 20 countries. Right now, 20. And their goal in the next 3 years is to be in 100 countries, an additional 80 countries. Wow, in terms of expansion, we have to take a look at that one as well. But what I want you to do is look at how this company has been able to tap into 5 of the fastest growing industries out there right now, and we cannot deny it. The first one being health and wellness. Now let me prove to you that this industry is viable. Paul Pilzer, he's an economist. This gentleman has a book out. It's called The Wellness Revolution. In his book, he states that the next wave of millionaires and billionaires will be coming from the health and wellness industry. Now, I want you to understand something right now. The health and wellness industry, because of baby boomers, is a $600 billion a year industry. Mr. Paul Pilzer says it will be $1 trillion in the next few years. Wow, I have to give them another check for that one. Wherever we talk about evidence on tonight. Let's look at the second one, home-based business. I love the fact that Mr. Sandy Bodkin, who was a former IRS attorney, has been a CPA for over 32 years. He has a book out, guys. It's called Lower Your Taxes Big Time. And if you actually read his book, in the first chapter of his book, he says why you would be brain dead not to start a home-based business if you don't already have one. Do you guys on the line understand that you having a home-based business, the government gives you 55 cents per mile on your taxes? Did you realize that a portion of your mortgage, your rent, your utilities, a portion of your cell phone bill, things that you're currently paying right now, you're able to write a portion of that off by having a home-based business? Did you guys also realize that children that you carry on your taxes between the ages of 7 to 17, you can legally hire your kids up to $5,950 per child? Wow. I have to give them another check for that one, home-based business. And let's look at weight loss. The round mound has lost a few pounds. I'm talking about Charles Barkley, Janet Jackson, Jennifer Hudson, Dan Marino, Hall of Fame quarterback, Chris Berman. They're all endorsing weight loss, a multi-billion-dollar industry. And the fourth one is the internet. See, I want you all to understand right now that Mr. Bill Gates made a statement that was so profound. He says if you don't have a business on the internet, you don't have a business. See, you have to understand that e-commerce is the new frontier of doing business, whether you like it or not. Everyone should have an internet presence in terms of their business. I need you to understand, even if your business is not fully operating online, you should have an internet presence. See, we have to get to the point to be able to identify market shifts. For you guys on the line that don't understand what market shift is, I'm going to help you out. There's no one on this phone right now that's carrying around a pager. Why? Because the market has shifted to cell phones. No one is listening to an 8-track cassette in their vehicle. Why? Because the market has shifted to cassette CDs, MP3s, iPod players. See, I want you to understand something. If you invest in any of those companies, see, it's time out for being consumers in the market shifts. We want to now get to the point that we can take advantage of them. Because market shifts do not ask for your permission. They just simply take over. Because involuntarily, each and every last one of us have all of those items. See, that's how your millionaires and billionaires are created. They are able to see something before it gets to the masses. And we're going to prove to you all tonight that this opportunity that you're taking to listen to, this is a Google, a Facebook, a Microsoft moment all over again. That's why we're presenting the evidence, because we don't want you to believe us. We want you to believe the evidence that you're listening to. And the fifth industry is coffee. Now, guys, don't be like I was. Most of you guys know coffee. I don't have anything to do with it. I don't drink coffee. Well, I didn't either. You know, and for almost 3 years, these gentlemen tried to talk to me about this awesome opportunity. But see, I was violating a principle that Mr. Warren Buffett teaches. Warren Buffett, one of the most world-renowned investors that we all know of, he has a basic principle, a foundational principle that he bases all of his investments on. You ready? He says, what you do should be your hobby. What the world does should be your business. See, we're not on the phone today to cater to your emotions. It doesn't matter how you feel about a product or service. We're asking you all the masses consuming it. I want you to think about something. The Purina family, who created Purina Dog Channel. Do you think these guys ever tried the product? No, they never did. But guess what, guys? They're billionaires because of that concept. They created something that the masses needed to consume. Let's take a look for a second at the coffee industry. Did you guys know that coffee was the world's most consumed drink next to water? I had no idea of that when I was running from this opportunity because I was ignorant of the facts. Did you guys know that coffee was the world's largest traded commodity after oil? See, Wall Street now is calling coffee the new black gold. Many millionaires and billionaires are putting coffee in their portfolio. Did you guys also realize that Americans are consuming 400 million cups of coffee a day? And we're still number 27 in the world per capita in terms of coffee drinkers. Now, I want you to think about this. I want you to say to yourself and realize that, you know, hey, there's an economic crisis out there. There's a recession. I know what you guys are thinking on the line. But did you guys also understand the fact that right now, especially coffee sales are rising at a rate of 20% per year? Let me show you how this industry is sound. Coffee has been around since the 12th century. It's a $90 billion plus a year industry. And Mr. Holtenbaum, our VP of sales, he made a statement that blew me away. He says, Amon, I want to ask you 2 questions. He said, 5 years from now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now, he says, do you think people still will be drinking coffee? I said, yes, they will. He says, the question you're faced with is whose coffee will they be drinking? Because we know it's going to happen. Well, the proof in that is that Mr. James Folgers, a 27-year-old young man, he started Folgers back in the 1850s. It's now 2012. He still has us all believing that the best waking up is Folgers in your cup. See, coffee is not like the new technological gadget that can fade out. See, coffee is not like an insurance policy you may need today and you cancel it tomorrow. See, coffee is not a new having clothing. Coffee is coffee, guys. It's universal. See, I want you all to understand what we're saying on tonight to prove his point that he said to me when he made this statement. He says, come on. He says, when I was looking at this company, that's right, Organo Gold, he says, I want you to understand there were 22 other companies consumed over and over again. You don't have to teach it. You don't have to counsel anybody on it. It's something that they're going to do. It's a matter now if you're going to get paid off of something that they're going to do. So let's look at the timing of the opportunity, because I want you guys to see this dividends. Starbucks has already made it fashionable for people to pay $5 for a cup of coffee. McDonald's, I thought they were a hamburger company, guys. Well, did you guys know that over the last 6 quarters, McDonald's has done over $1 billion in coffee sales? Did you know that? I want you to realize now all the new McDonald's are being designed to have that cafe vibe to them. Did you realize McDonald's is offering free Wi-Fi now? McDonald's. Guys, did you realize that Dunkin' Donuts have changed their logo from 2 donuts to a coffee cup? America runs on Dunkin'. Did you realize how Subway now have introduced breakfast because they wanted a piece of the coffee market? Think about that. I want you guys to really, really consider that and think about how serious that is. Did you hear about Taco Bell? They're going to be launching breakfast because they want a piece of the coffee market, and they're going to be introducing Seattle's best coffee. Well, what about Walgreens? Did you guys hear that Walgreens is coming out with W Cafe? Did you hear about Kmart? They're coming out with their coffee line. What about all our Louisianians that may be listening to the call? Did you not hear that Kentwood Water Company will now be coming out with a coffee line? See, there's evidence beyond belief. I want you to understand something. Successful people look for clues so they can follow them. Average and broke people look for facts so they can deny them. So they can have a reason to identify with their fears so they don't have to embrace the inevitable. I want you all to understand as well that Fortune magazine, guys, they came out with the business person of the year. I have a copy that I'm looking at right now. Fortune magazine came out with the business person of the year. And I want you to understand that out of the top 50 executives on the planet, Warren Buffett was one of them. Mr. Ralph Lauren was one of them. Jeff Bezos was one of them. The CEO of Coca-Cola was one. The CEO of MasterCard was one. But guess who was the number one businessman on the planet, according to Fortune magazine? Was a gentleman by the name of Howard Schultz. For you guys on the line that don't know who that is, he's the CEO of Starbucks. A coffee guy was the number one business person of the year. That is a clue. That's showing you that we are on to something and we are in the right industry right now. Guys, you may say, well, why should I entertain Organo Gold versus any other coffee line that's out there? I love my McDonald's. I love Subway's coffee. Why would I entertain consuming Organo Gold's products? Let me tell you why. It's because of the Ganoderma. See, right now, Organo Gold has put the health in the habit. Ganoderma right now is the number one herb on the planet, guys. It's one of the 6 superfoods that's out there. If you do your research on Ganoderma, you're going to get over 10 million pages of information. You may say, Devon, clean it up for me. Tell me how in the world does this coffee has anything to do with weight loss? Because now when your body consumes the Ganoderma, it helps. You ready for this? Curb your appetite. You don't have a desire to eat as much. Then you may say, well, Devon, what does it have to do with health and wellness? Ganoderma helps oxygenate your body. It gives it more energy. It detoxifies your body, more vigor. It helps with your sleep, your circulation, your immune system. Guys, when your body is infused with Ganoderma, you're getting over 200 nutrients. Ganoderma is an adaptogen. You may say, what does that mean? Meaning it goes into your body and it seeks out what's wrong so it can go after it. That's a powerful, powerful herb that we have right here in Ganoderma. See, the Chinese has regarded it as the miraculous king of all herbs that's out there, guys. It's over 4,000 years old. It was only reserved for royalty at one point. See, I want you all to understand something. Organo Gold, for everyone that's out there thinking, oh, that's that coffee thing, that little coffee company, you're wrong. Organo Gold is a health and wellness Ganoderma-based company. Guys, Ganoderma is Organo Gold's flagship product, not coffee. Coffee is only a vehicle that Organo Gold is using Organo Gold has the momentum that they do because now they are giving people an healthier choice for something that they're already doing and consuming. I want you to understand something. We have Ganoderm in our soaps. Many people have been using it who have skin challenges, who may have eczema. We have Ganoderm also in our lotions. I want you to check Eve City Laurent's website for 1.4 ounces of her lotion. She's charging approximately $345 for her soap with Ganoderm, her lotion with Ganoderm in it. Guys, also, what I want you to do is realize we have Ganoderm in our green teas, our red teas, our lattes, our hot chocolates, our black coffees, all of our product lines. We have Ganoderm in our toothpaste. OG Smile. See, I want you to see that Ganoderm is the flagship product. Organo Gold's motto is bringing the treasures of the earth to the people of the world. Guys, the treasure is the Ganoderm. I want you to look at building for the future. I want you to understand while most companies are laying off and cutting back, Organo Gold is moving forward. Right now, we have a brand Organo Herb Industrial Park that we have invested in with the Chinese government for an investment of $240 million. Guys, we've also partnered with one of the world's largest Ganoderm producers who have a patented cultivation process of 100% organic Ganoderm. You may say, well, what does that mean when you say organic? It means that it's all natural from the time it leaves nature until it's infused into your body. I want you to look at some of the actual credentials and validations we have. We have the United States Department of Agriculture's organic seal. We have a seal from EcoCert. We have the actual seal, organic seal from the Chinese government. We have a seal from GMP of manufacturing practices. Guys, we also have the seal from Halal. Okay? We also have the kosher seal. I mean, we have so many worldwide seals on our product. People stamped and approved saying, hey, this is totally 100% certified organic. Mind-blowing. I want to talk to you a minute about our leadership. Mr. Bernie Chua. He's our founder and CEO, a true visionary. I mean, this gentleman is awesome in the vision that he was able to put together with the Ganoderm and the infusion into the coffee products. And Mr. Shane Moran is our global master distributor. And then we also have Mr. Holton Boggs, who's the Michael Jordan of the industry. See, I love the fact that we are able to have visionary leadership and follow a visionary leader of this man's caliber, VP of sales. Let me tell you why, guys. Because about 3 years ago, when Organo Gold was getting off the ground and trying to make that move and get out there, I'll never forget that it was told that Mr. Boggs said, hey, listen, I want you guys to understand. We know right now that people are taking 1 year and 18 months to go diamond consultant in Organo Gold, which we're going to tell you what a diamond consultant means in just a second here. But what I want you to understand is his vision came alive when he says the day is going to come where we're going to have a man, a woman come into Organo Gold, and they're going to go diamond their first 30 days. People back then thought, wow, he was speaking in a language they couldn't understand. But this man was a visionary leader, and he was able to identify with that vision because it came to life when Mr. Marcus Murray and LaDonna Murray came into this opportunity. And in their first 29 days, they went diamond consultant. But thank God the stakes got a little higher. There was a gentleman by the name of Rick Ricketts and Brent Ricketts. They came into this opportunity. They went diamond consultant in their first 24 days. That's visionary leadership. Saw something that everybody else couldn't see, but he knew what would happen. Let's talk about Think and Grow Rich. See, Dr. Napoleon Hill has always been a faithful mentor of mine. For you guys that don't know, Think and Grow Rich is the #1 best-selling business book on the planet. The only book that I've also Think and Grow Rich has been the Bible. Listen to me, guys. The Napoleon Hill Foundation have gathered a collaboration with Organo Gold to where now we have our own logoed edition of the #1 best-selling business book on the planet. We also have an audio CD. That was real big for me because I was already a fan of Dr. Napoleon Hill's. And I want you to go to their stair selling. Organo Gold. See, tonight we're talking about evidence. We're talking about legitimacy. We're talking about a company that's for real. See, at this point, we need you to face your fears and emotions. And most people don't fear failing. You see, guys, we want you to understand that people are told they can't do it. It won't happen all the time. But the majority of people we find, they fear success. What do you mean I can control my time, my income, and my destiny? What do you mean that I would have freedom? That's foreign to me. I've been used to somebody else controlling all of those things for me for the last 20 to 30 years. So now you're telling me I can be free.